that your business be on there, but in the long run, you're probably going to want the CEO to be on there also, or the important people in the business.
Right. So now, we'll just say as an example, somebody just started a business. They want to be on Facebook, Twitter, and maybe like another, what's
Like
one?
Google Plus.
Okay, like Google Plus.
Right.
And they're like, okay, I don't have time to do this. This is overwhelming. What are some programs, some tools, some websites that you can offer to our viewers so that you can help them, manage this?
Okay.
Maybe even like once a week they can just plug it in.
Right.
So.
Now, and I'm going to tell you guys this, and this is very important to what I'm telling you right here, because to get the followers that I have a good number on one Twitter account. I have 4 or 5 Twitter accounts, and I manage my wife's 3 or 4 Twitter and Facebook accounts. So that's a lot. Okay, so I do have to have tools. The tools I'm going to mention to you are absolutely free. Okay.
Get your pens out.
They are free. They are free programs that are great. These are the exact tools that I use for all my customers.
Okay.
Exact tools. Number one, and this is a simple one, is Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a great tool. You can schedule your followers. You can see where all your messages are coming from. If you have it's like some people have multiple Facebook and Twitter accounts, so you can put them all there and you can see them. So it's easier with that being there that you can easily send out a message to your Facebook and Twitter account at the same time.
Combine everything.
Right. Over going, okay, now I get my Facebook account. Now I got to send to my Twitter. You just send them at the same time.
Explain what scheduling is for those who don't know what that means.
Now, and scheduling, I can't tell you how important this is. This is one of the greatest tools that I use. Okay, scheduling. I use it through Hootsuite, and I use it through Crowd Booster also. We'll talk about Crowd Booster in a second. But sometimes I know I'm going to be busy on the weekend. I'm not going to be able to get messages out on the weekend. Okay. Me personally, I like to send messages out on the weekend. Not everybody likes to do that, but I do like to do that. So the key thing is, I can, instead of taking my 5 minutes a day that I spoke about, I'll take an extra 5 minutes on like maybe a Thursday or Friday, and I'll schedule my other post. Okay? So that means 7 days a week, people are getting some sort of message from me. Which is critical. So what I'll do is, my Twitter account, of course I'll send a few more messages. So I'll send 5 messages through Twitter. Okay? Then, maybe at 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. Okay? Then I spread it out. Then and these are times that some of and this is when I get into Crowd Booster, they recommend a time based on your followers, or how they interact. They recommend a time. But in general, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock are really good times. Now with Facebook, people are on there usually a little bit more when they get off of work. So I schedule those.
I don't know about that. Some people are
right, exactly. You're right.
With the mobile phones,
that's
people are
true.
just going in.
That's true. You're absolutely correct. But what I do with Facebook, I'll schedule something at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, which is lunchtime when everybody's on their Facebook and Twitter or their mobile phones, as you mentioned. But then I'll schedule something like at 6 and 7 o'clock, because that's when people get off work, and the first thing they get off work, they go on Facebook.
Right.
So, Facebook a little bit, 12 and 1, and then later on like 6 and 7. So that's why scheduling, that was a great question. Scheduling is so important. It's really,
it takes the edge off, it makes it easier for you, so you're not feeling so pressured.
Exactly.
So we talked about Hootsuite. Give me another tool.
Okay, now Crowd Booster is something that I really, really like. Crowd Booster has a scheduling feature, but they also have something that I really like a lot. And if any of you have ever been on Cloud is kind of like a social engagement measurement a website. And some people are going like how important somebody is by what their Cloud score is. But what Crowd Booster does is it imports, when someone signs up through Cloud, it tells you someone who's important on Cloud has signed up or followed you. Now this is important because those people who are on Cloud are important people. What I've noticed when Crowd Booster will say this person from Cloud has followed you. What I notice when I go and mention something about those people, they always respond.
So I understand you love video and you're very passionate about it.
I really do.
Not just because we know that it helps entrepreneurs in general, but it's helped you a lot.
Yeah.
It helped you with your book, right?
Yeah,
So tell us about that.
My book was internet marketing for music artists, models, and entertainers. And I spent a lot of money on press releases. I sent articles out, and it did good for me. But the thing that really took it over the top was when I put video.
Okay.
People could hear me, see me talking about my book. They saw the passion that I had,
right.
And it definitely helped with sales. And I've noticed that every time I put video out for any customer, there was always increase in sales.
Okay.
So that's why
you want that.
Yes, yes. So one of the most important tools, of course, social media, is make sure you do video.
Okay.
You don't have to be the best. You don't have to be perfect at it. We know things can go viral, but if you talk about something that's important with your product or service, video, it's one of the greatest tools. Okay. Definitely.
Well, our show is only a few minutes on YouTube per week, so
right.
I wish I could have you for like another 2 hours so we can, because you have so much knowledge and experience to share with our viewers. But if somebody wants to get one-on-one time with Trent, you have an option. We're actually going to be picking 3 winners, randomly selected, but you have to call me, and you also have to be a subscriber to Own Your Power TV. So how do you become a subscriber and a power player? All you have to do is go to youtube.com/ownyourpowertv and hit subscribe in the top right box, and you can be a part of the family officially. And anybody that's a subscriber can actually have access to being randomly selected to get one-on-one time to pick Trent's brain and get a lot of knowledge out of him. All right, Trent, so how can our viewers get in contact with you?
The easiest way, just reach me at trentpart@gmail.com.
Wonderful. Well, it was a pleasure having you on today's show, and we look forward to having you back. And thank you so much for sharing all of your knowledge with all of our viewers.
All right, and thank you for inviting me once again.
You know your family.
All right.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's show, and I hope that you check us out online at ownyourpowerlifestyle.com. Make sure you follow the blog and post comments on this show and let us know what you think about it. Until next time, remember, anything you want is attainable. Own your power.
See, it's your time. The world that you want in front of you. Just make up your mind all that you want. You can have it. It's a